Welcome to Strong Women Caravan event on Saturday, the 22nd of January 2022. All of our pieces were based on creating strong female characters, female roles within pieces. And our first piece is Hope by myself and performed by Rick Oldroyd and Rose Murray.
Simon, is that you?
Who else is it gonna be?
You've been ages. You said you were just going to be a while.
I know, yeah. There was this craft fair at the church today, so I just dropped in. I got you something.
Oh, really? Let me have a look then.
Yeah, I knew you'd like it, so I got you it.
Oh, wow. I hope it wasn't too expensive.
No, look, it's not special. Just take it.
I love it. Thank you.
Well, it's nothing special. I just knew you'd love it if you were there, so.
It's lovely.
Sterling silver. It's all woman makes them. There were all sorts, but, I saw this one.
Well, thank you. Do you want a cuppa?
Nah, I've just had a Red Bull.
You said you were going to cut back on those?
I know, and I will. It was just one. Besides, what's it got to do with you?
I know. I'm sorry. Listen, I was thinking we could get a takeaway tonight.
Sure, whatever you want.
Chinese. You had Indian last week.
Fine.
Or pizza?
I really don't care.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just get a pizza.
Okay, well, I found a flower. It came through earlier today, somewhere on the high street. I think it's here somewhere.
Hope.
I think it's called Giovanni's or something.
Hope. I need to talk to you.
Look, if it's about the other night, it's all right. Understand. Things are stressful for you. I get that.
You see, that's another thing. I really shouldn't have done that.
Don't worry about it. It's almost gone.
It's just,
Forget about it. I have.
When I was out today, I was thinking about you. About us, how we are. You'd have loved it today, The sun was shining, the park was busy with kids, playing, feeding the geese, people walking dogs and having picnics. In fact, there was this really cute dog, really fluffy. You'd have loved him.
Okay, and
I just think you should have been there.
that's not what we agreed. I'm all right here.
No, you're not.
Honestly, I really am.
You think you're fine because I've convinced you that you're fine. But I'm wrong. You're not. It's not good. It's not healthy.
What are you trying to say?
There's a world out there. A whole world, and you're not getting to see it because of me.
It's a dump out there. You said it yourself. My world is here. I'm fine with how things are. It's safe.
safe. This isn't safe. All of this is dangerous. I could do anything. No one would ever know. I don't even know how it came to this. You shouldn't be here. You never should have been.
Look, we've been here before. You did what you did because it's how you are, how you're wired. I totally get that.
15, for God's sake. You were so pretty, so innocent, so trusting. And I lied to you. It was just so easy. And you trusted me.
I do trust you.
Well, you shouldn't. Why the hell would you trust me? You didn't know me. Didn't your parents warn you about people like me? For Christ's sake, they had one job to do. One job, and they didn't even do that. If I had a daughter, I'd go out of my way to protect her.
I know, but they obviously didn't care. You do.
No, I don't. It's a lie. It's always been a lie. Lies. Lies are so destructive. Lies led to where we are now. It wasn't planned or anything. It was just a decision made in a moment. But once it was made, there was no going back.
I know. I understand. You had no choice.
Yes, I did. I always had a choice. Stop being so fucking understanding. I had a choice, and I chose this. Why would anyone in their right mind choose this? I can't do this anymore. I thought it would work.
It does work. We're happy, aren't we?
This isn't happiness. This is some sort of weird, fucked up. I don't even know what this is.
I'm happy, so let's just leave it, okay? You're probably just having another one of your off days.
Listen to me. It's not just today. It's been a while now. I need help.
I can help.
Proper help from a professional.
Okay, we'll sort something out. We'll get you an appointment with someone. There's bound to be someone online, a therapist or something. But we'll do this together.
Together? There is no together. There is no us. Don't you understand? This has got to be on my own.
Simon.
You have to go.
Why?
Because you shouldn't be here. You know that. For God's sake, Hope. Do you never listen to a word I say?
Don't get angry. I just want to help.
The only way you can help is by going.
No, I want to stay. I'm not quitting now after all we've been through together.
Go home.
What if this is my home?
It's not.
It is. I love being with you. Believe me. You take care of me.
Go back to your family.
Can you imagine them welcoming me back with open arms? They didn't give a stuff about me. They didn't even know I existed. It was always Lucy this and Lucy that. Whenever I managed to accomplish anything, it wasn't recognized. It's like I never did it. Why can't you try be more like your sister, Hope? Do you think you could do any better, Hope? You were the one who rescued me. Saved me from a life of mundanity. You were my knight in shining armor. Simon, you did the right thing. There's no way I'm going back there.
Shut up. You have to go. You're just saying all this. You hate me. You must. You need to take this and go right now. What the hell was I thinking? 15.
But Simon, Don't. Please?
Stop it. This isn't making it any easier. I'm sick. I'm sick in the head. I know that. You know that. To do what I did. Jesus Christ.
But that was then. Things are different now.
Are they?
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with me? You're just a kid, for Christ's sake.
I'm 18 and I can make my own choices.
No, you can't. You do whatever I allow you to do. That's the truth. For the past 3 years, I've got some kind of sadistic kick out of knowing I can make you do whatever I say. And you do it. You just do it. You still do. You're scared of me. That's why you don't run.
That's not true. I stay here because it's my home. Our home.
I don't want you to be scared of me.
I'm not.
I took you. I forced you to be with me. To do
That's not
things
true.
you didn't want to do. You just let me.
I could have gone any time I wanted to. You didn't lock me in.
Then why didn't you?
What difference would that make? You'd have come after me and found me soon enough. You knew where I lived, you knew where I went to school. And if not me, then some other girl would be here in my place. Someone who wouldn't care like I do. You just need love and understanding, Simon. And that's why I'm still here.
You don't deserve this. You really don't. You're such a good person. I had no right depriving you of so much. You should have been in the park, feeding the geese today. You should be out with friends, enjoying life. I took all that away from you. 3 years of freedom and experiences. You've been in college now or something. Probably studying something clever. You could be anything. No matter how I feel, I can't do this to you any longer. I've already packed you a few things. Look.
Stop it, Simon!
Here's some money for the taxi.
No, I don't want it.
You need to get out now.
Please, Simon, don't do this to me. I love you. I know you love me too. You're making a big mistake.
Why won't you just do as I say? Get out, please.
No.
Get out now before I...
Then do it. I would rather you did that to me than make me leave. I don't want to go back there. There's nothing to go back to, and I can't be without you. I swear, if you make me go, I'll do it myself.
What? You can't just say that. Fuck, I can't do this.
I need you, Simon, to take care of me, to keep me safe.
I'm evil.
You're not. You're the most beautiful, wonderful person in the world. You're thoughtful and kind. You need me as much as I need you.
Just stop it. You're a stupid, naive little girl that's been brainwashed into thinking, oh, this is okay. But it's not. You know it's not. You're not that stupid. Is this some sort of sick game you're playing? You're enjoying this, aren't you? Making me squirm, making me spell it out for you. Biggest mistake I ever made was seeing you that day. Watching you, following you, and now you were 15, for fuck's sake. A child. But you made it so easy for me. The way you dressed, you smile, that flirty little laugh. You all know what you're doing. You're all whores. You ruined my life. You turned me into this monster. You killed me, you bitch. You need to get out of here. Get out of my fucking life. I hate you.
I love you too.
What the hell is wrong with me? Why do I need to do this? Why am I so fucking messed up? What sort of sick bastard does what I did? You're so young, so innocent, and I stole that from you. I needed power over someone else. I'm obviously so fucking weak and pathetic that I would stoop to such vile actions just to feel some sense of value. What a complete and utter piece of shit. I can't go on. I can't live with this mind. This poisonous mind that turns everything wonderful to shit. The world would be better off without me. You'd be better off without me. You really must hate me for everything I've done to you. I'm sorry. God. I'm so fucking sorry. If there was a way back, a way you could forgive me, I'm so sorry. I really don't deserve you. I really don't. Your understanding, your compassion, your love. What do I do now? It's all I have left.
What would you do if you never even had that? Lies. Simon, lies are so destructive.
Yay! Everybody's coming to join me. Round of applause. Fantastic. Quite different from yesterday. Lovely. Thank you. We won't talk because that's the rule. But thank you very much, actors. That was brilliant. Really enjoyed that. And we shall move on now to the trial of Prince Charming. Let me just let Paul in. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say that I did forget earlier on is just when it's the end of your play, if you then cameras off so that we know, because I know the scripts, so I know when to come on and applaud. That would be fantastic. So we've got the trial of Prince Charming by Pamela Morgan. But hold on, Paul just needs to turn his camera off. Lovely. And that's with Matt Leyendecker. Hopefully I've said that right. And Terry Brown. Hold on, can we just, Paul, you're okay to turn your camera off, please?
Yeah, sorry.
Shall I just do it? I'll do it. Okay, off you go.
Tell me again, Cindy, in your own words, the events that led up to my client allegedly stalking and assaulting you.
Well, I was getting ready to go to the party with my...
What party?
The prince's party.
So you willingly attended the party?
Of course I did. The whole kingdom was invited, but I didn't have anything to wear. My sisters weren't letting
Your
me.
sisters?
Well, my stepsisters.
Let the record show that this witness comes from a broken home.
Oh, no, my mother is dead.
Correction. Let the record show that this witness has no reputable female example in her household. Continue.
Well, Well, my stepsisters wouldn't let me borrow a gown. They didn't want me to go.
Why in the realm would your dear stepsisters not want you to go?
Well, they're afraid I would meet someone and marry before they did.
Oh, so there you are. No gown, no party. Whatever did you do?
Well, some friends made a gown for me.
Some friends made a gown for you.
Yes.
And how exactly in the span of a day did these friends make you a gown?
Well, they borrowed things.
What kinds of things?
Beads and scraps of material they found in the bin, and some lace or ribbon. Nothing anybody would miss or was using. Rubbish, mostly.
So these friends stole items from whom?
Well, it wasn't stealing exactly. They took them from my step-sisters.
Ah, I see. Well, if it please the court, I would like to submit the character witnesses of Stacy and Driz Tremaine.
Where did you get those?
Both reputable and upstanding young ladies have gone into quite a bit of detail on the true nature of this witness in their personal diaries. I quote, "My stepsister is a lazy orphan who does nothing but lie, steal, and cavort with beasts of all kinds."
None of that is true. I work hard, and the birds and everything are my friends.
The same friends who made you your gown.
Yes.
Let the record show that these talent tailors are not only thieves, but feathered fiends. Stacy and Driz Tremaine are both permanently blinded by these avian assailants.
Oh, I had no control over that. I'm not the one on trial here.
Well, so you say. Very well, then, let us proceed. So, you attended the party in this foul fashion?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No, because my stepsisters saw what my friends had made me, and they destroyed it.
Ah, you mean they reclaimed their stolen goods. So, did you steal another gown?
No.
Did you attend the party naked?
No.
Then where did you get your gown and glass slippers?
From my fairy godmother.
A fairy godmother.
Yes, she heard me crying and came to my aid. But she gave me a gown, a beautiful gown, blue and sparkling and magical, with matching glass slippers. Oh, I never felt so lovely in all my life.
Oh, how romantic. I suppose she had a carriage with a team of horses to whisk you off to the party as well.
Well, yes, she did.
Did you think to question where she obtained these items?
No, I didn't. I thought they were...
Borrowed?
No,
Well, did she want them back?
she didn't really say.
Stolen, then, perhaps?
No.
This fairy godmother appears out of nowhere in your time of need and gifts you a gown, slippers, a horse and carriage, and you don't think to ask where they came from?
They were magical.
Magical! Right! Let the record show that the witness consorts with deviant characters.
She's not deviant. She is good and kind, and she turned me into a princess.
She turned you into a princess.
Well, she made me appear to be as beautiful as...
So you're saying you attended this party under false pretenses?
No, I'm not saying that.
Did you lie to get in?
No, I didn't lie.
Are you or are you not a princess. Let the record show that the witness is not a princess and led the prince to believe that she was.
I did not.
Oh, very well then. How about this version? This nefarious godmother took advantage of you. A poor, wretched, innocent thing like yourself. She dressed you in seductive clothes, plied you with gifts and promises, used you to get what she wanted. You couldn't have possibly known what her intentions were.
Her intentions?
To inflame my client into acts of, well, alleged acts of delinquency.
Delinquency.
Alleged delinquency.
That night at the party, he stalked me.
You dressed in a magical gown and thought you wouldn't attract the attention of my client?
Well, I didn't dress up to attract attention.
Then why dress up at all?
I dressed up for myself. And your client wouldn't leave me alone. He kept anyone else from dancing with me. He had his guards surround me and isolate me from the other guests. It was terrifying.
But he sounds attentive and responsive to a young woman alone at a party.
It was creepy, and I had to escape to get away.
Did you tell him you wanted to leave?
Oh, no, if I had...
Tell him to leave you alone?
I was afraid to.
Say you wanted space.
No,
Did you tell him no clearly and distinctly so as not to leave any room for confusion?
I don't know how.
It's 2 simple letters, princess. It isn't that hard. And despite this alleged abuse, you returned the next 2 nights.
I wasn't going to let him keep me from enjoying the festivities.
If you were truly afraid, then why in the realm did you return? Shouldn't you have been sufficiently terrified into staying home?
I was terrified by that so-called prince. I still am. You have no idea what it feels like to be treated like a thing, like an object to be obtained, like fresh meat to be devoured. And he set a trap for me that last night. Did your client tell you that? Tar on the steps. He was trying to capture me. I barely got away. Even then, he wouldn't give up. He stalked me night and day. He enjoyed it. It was a game to him. Some sick, twisted perversion of courtship, dragging every woman in the kingdom out to lord his power over them, and make them all bow and scrape and curtsy, and yes, even wish to be his property. Like my stepsisters, who let him talk them into mutilating their bodies, cutting off parts of their toes and heels in order to fit my glass slipper. No, in order to please him. He knew they weren't who he was looking for, and yet he let them do that anyway. You dare to ask me why I wasn't carrying at home? He had no right to treat me that way. You have no right to treat me this way. I have every right to wear what I want to attend any ball and dance with anyone I wish, or not. Because I am a person, I am a woman who has worth and value, and he forgot that, and you forget that. But I do not, and I will not stand to be blamed and accused for his crimes.
Alleged crimes. Well, I suppose I can't argue with that. But I do have one more question. The glass slipper.
What about it?
Why did you leave it on the steps?
Well, the tar, it was stuck, and I had to flee.
And the other slipper?
What? I kept it.
Why in the realms did you keep it?
Why, it was all I had left to prove that any of it had happened.
I think you wanted to be found.
Why would I?
You left him one slipper on the stairs, and the match stayed with you. One of a kind pair. Rather convenient, wouldn't you say? Admit it. You wanted him to find you.
No, that is not true.
Let the record show that this witness admits to leading my client on a chase without his consent. Next time, princess, I suggest you stay at home and clean the fireplace like a good little girl. Oh, and my client has a proposal for you.
A proposal?
You really ought to say yes. Or else he'll pursue charges for defamation of character, impersonating royalty, and the matter of the avian assault on your darling sisters.
Stepsisters.
You don't want to spend the rest of your youth tied up in litigation and paying off excessive fines, do you? No further questions, Your Honor. I think we're done here. Oh, I have another case at 2, Your Honor. My client was assaulted by some little girl in a red cloak. Well, pretty cut and dried. So...
No.
Did you say no?
2 simple letters. It isn't that hard. N-O. No, no. I won't marry him to make this go away. And no, I won't be silent and comply. And no, I will not be a good little girl who does what she's told in order to make my life easier or his more comfortable. Somewhere out there right now is some young princess getting read a story of a prince come to whisk her away in a happily ever after. We've allowed her to believe that her consent is not important. And I don't care if I spend a lifetime clawing my way out of these circumstances. If it saves that one child from believing that she has no say in her life, I do have a say. And I say, guilty as charged.
Wonderful, simply wonderful, and very Disney. Is it Disney? Is it Shrek's, Pixar? I think they're all one now, aren't they? I don't really understand. That was
Disney
absolutely
Plus.
wonderful. Disney Plus, yeah, you
Disney
got paid
Plus.
for that.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, that was really enjoyable. Thank you. We're going to move on now to Dark and Stormy. Don't forget, keep putting your comments in the chat because people love to hear about themselves. And messages too, because Pamela's here. The writer's here tonight as well, so that'd be lovely. Okay, we've got Dark and Stormy by John Maybe, this time with Lauren Harvey and Julie Campbell. Now, just before you start, I'm just going to let someone in. So just in case she's got a camera on. No, fabulous. I'm going to disappear then.
And that's the thing about these movies and such. I mean, they're not true. No one ever talks like that. Do you know anyone who walks around giving monologues, saying things like, "It was a dark and stormy night when she walked into my life"?
Recording in progress.
Hello?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. We're going to start again. I didn't think Roy's camera would be on. Okay, if we just start from the top. Thank you.
And that's the thing about these movies and such. I mean, they're not true. No one ever talks like that. Do you know anyone who walks around giving monologues, saying things like, "It was a dark and stormy night when she walked into my life"? Hello? Metaphor much? Such a bunch of hooey exposition. I've never met anyone who just goes around monologuing on a dark and stormy night. Jeez, it's cloudy. I think it's gonna rain too. You ain't gotta be scared. I agreed to listen and I will. If I wanted to hurt you, you'd be hurt by now. It's not like I enjoy what I do. Well, all right. Fair enough. That's a bunch of hooey. I do enjoy it. And I'm not sorry. A job's a job. You could have been anybody, so don't make it personal. We're all just getting by. And it's your own fault, really. Bradley Carter rides a bike around town, takes mother to church every Sunday, volunteers at the weekends. You're an all-American as homemade apple pie. But folks aren't just one thing. Bradley's also a nightclub singer with a big secret. So what was it? Bought yourself something nice and couldn't afford it? Gambling debts? All they told me is that you didn't pay up. And I only get paid when folks aren't true to their word. I just bought my mom a new shiny black car. Asks what I do for money. And I say I work as an encourager. Encourager of what? She says. And I look her right in the eye and I say, I encourage people to be true.
What does hooey mean?
Nonsense. Means nonsense.
Why not just say that instead?
Because it's a funny word. And funny words disarm people. Anxiety, they're heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
See, you just did it again.
That's kind of you.
Not really. Gives me the upper hand when I'm disarmed. But something tells me you're not going to last long in this town.
Don't look at me like that. I'm not helpless.
I never said you were. No, a helpless person wouldn't have had the guts to leave that note for me. No, you're not helpless. Dim-witted, maybe.
Hey,
There's one thing I can't figure out is how you knew I'd find it, the note.
I noticed you following me. I expected someone would after I missed the payment. Just wanted a chance to talk to you first, woman to woman.
What makes you think you can trust me?
Because maybe someone who believes in truth might listen.
A nice one. And that's exactly why monologuing doesn't work. Because the more folks know about you, the more they can hurt you.
That sounds lonely.
It's better lonely than dead.
I need your help, Zoe.
You need help because of me, not from me.
Please.
So that's what all this has been about? A plea for help? You gotta be kidding me. Now, the only way... How do you know my name?
Huh?
You called me Zoe.
Oh, don't be mad.
It's a little late for that.
You're not the only one who knows how to follow. After I realized who you are, I did some checking of my own.
Checking.
I discovered a lot about you, actually. I'm not the only one who takes their mother around, although I could never afford mine a brand new black Buick.
This conversation's over.
Wait, I asked you not to get mad.
Request denied.
I'm just saying that I know things about you too, things I discovered that your employers might not like, such as that garage on 5th where you have 2 more cars stashed away, and that storage place downtown where you live, you have like 10 padlocks on the door of whatever it is you don't want people to see. And
None of that was ever stolen. Right? The money used to procure such items may be suspect, that's another story.
I'm saying we can help each other. The way I see it, we both have things we don't.
You don't get to threaten me. You're just a nightclub singer.
None of us is ever just one thing, remember? And right now, we both have things we'd like to stay hidden.
You're playing a dangerous game.
Maybe I like to gamble.
Well, I guess that answers my earlier question. Usually I can spot a gambling addict, amongst other kinds.
As well as you can spot surveillance. That one was risky. I wasn't sure if we were at the joking around stage yet.
Your way of disarming me.
Only fair.
Fine. So tell me this brilliant plan of how you're going to blackmail me.
It's not blackmail. I'm not a blackmailer, although there is a letter addressed to your employers in case anything should happen to me tonight.
That's the definition of blackmail.
What is it with you and words?
Just tell me the plan.
Your employer wants their money, right? Money I don't have yet. And I want to stay alive with all my limbs in working order, preferably.
Go on.
Well, with the money you've already obviously stolen from them already.
Skimmed.
Okay. With the money you've skimmed, you could pay off my debt for me. And in return, I keep my mouth shut about you.
You know, for a gambler, Bradley, you've overplayed your hand. Why wouldn't I just get rid of you now and take my chances with this supposed letter?
Because I'd like to think our recent rapport might make that difficult.
You're overestimating your cuteness.
You think I'm cute?
It doesn't matter. I'm monogamous and I'm already in love with money.
Okay, then what if I pay you back the entire debt with interest, but on my own time and with no breaking of bones?
On a singer's salary? No, thank you.
I make good tips. I'm very charming. And maybe I could even help you with your work as part of this deal.
You couldn't handle my work. You don't seem the breaking bones type.
Not with that. No, I mean with your surveillance, background work, all of that stuff.
A life of crime.
Not exactly. More like crime adjacent, dipping my toes into the crime pool. Truth be told, I like surveilling you. It was fun. I'm kind of good at it too.
I work alone.
Now, but just imagine if you didn't have to. Makes me think of people who go into business together, set up shop, put up a shingle on the door, even business cards and ads in the paper, some catchy jingle on the radio. I'd sing, of course. Just picturing you and me at desk while our secretary answers calls and books appointments and...
Wait, we have an office now? A secretary? A jingle?
You could specialize in the field work while I do the preliminary recon. Do you know how to read spreadsheets? I love making spreadsheets.
Hold on, just stop. There's no office or secretary or spreadsheets or even you and me. No one in my line of work sets up shop. What I do isn't exactly legal.
Well, it could be. Not the breaking bones part, but all the other skills are transferable. Basically, you're like a private investigator, a PI who breaks bones, but a PI nonetheless.
Are you for real?
Yes, real and true. And this is actually a great idea.
No offense, but I'm not gonna go into business with a gambling addict.
Said the woman who enjoys breaking bones.
Fair.
Think of it, Zoe. Just think of the possibilities.
I gotta go.
I know. Time to take your mom to dinner, right? Told you I was good.
I got some money. Enough to pay off your debt. But I want that letter destroyed.
Oh, there's no letter. Just a bluff. I should probably wait to say that until you agree to the deal. Rewind.
You're so strange.
You say that like it's a good thing.
I can't believe I'm actually considering this.
I can. I'm very persuasive. See, another of my talents.
We barely know each other.
But we have chemistry.
Oh, explosions are caused by chemistry.
And so are life-saving medicines. All sorts of wonderful things that give you hope. And that's what I need right now. Maybe you do too. It was a dark and stormy night when she walked into my life.
Well done. As Pauline says, fabulous, fabulous, darlings. Fantastic, really, really good. Well done. So we are going to move on now. So don't forget, lots of lovely comments in the chat. And we're going to move on next to Tea with Violet by Paul Daly. I shouldn't be looking down at my notes. I know who it's by Paul Daly, performed by Georgette Vale and Sarah McDonald.
We are in London, Bethnal Green, March 1966.
Mrs. Cray? Mrs. Cray? Look, we know you're in there, so can you please open the door?
Oh, all right. Keep your hair on. I'm coming. Oh, can I help you?
I'm looking for Ronald and Reginald Cray.
Oh, and who might you be? An ex-girlfriend?
I'm Inspector Pauline Brake.
Hoo-hoo! Blimey! A woman copper and an inspector too. I've never seen one of them before.
Are they here, Mrs. Cray?
Mrs. Crane, now that's nice, because that's respectful like. That's not something I'm used to from you lot.
Fortunately, some of us still remember our manners.
I like you. You can come again.
Thank you. Can I come in?
Oh, why not? And you can call me Violet.
Thank you, Violet. I'm Pauline.
Oh, Pauline, that's a nice name. That's friendly like. Come through the living room. Sit down.
I apologise for the late hour, Mrs. Cray. Sorry, Violet. Now, Ron and Reggie, where are they?
Oh, sorry, love. You just missed them. They left about 5 minutes ago. They're going up west, they said.
Been here all night, I suppose.
Of course they have. Been here all night watching telly with their old mum.
They didn't slip out at all?
Slip out?
Up to Whitechapel, to the Blind Beggar.
Blind Beggar in Whitechapel? No. No, that's not one of their usual boozers. But like I said, they've been here all night.
I see. Two men fitting Ronnie and Reggie's description were seen in and around the Blind Beggar pub earlier this evening.
No, that must be a mistake. You see, not my boys. Like I said, they've been here with me all night.
Any idea which club they've gone to?
Oh, I haven't a clue. I mean, you know, boys. I mean, it could be any one of them.
Did they say when they'd be back?
Back? It could be any time. I ain't seen you before. You knew?
Just moved down.
Oh, that'll be the accent then.
Oldham.
Old what?
Anyone else with your sons?
Not that I know of.
Were they in a car?
Oh, sorry, love, I wouldn't know.
Anyone else in the house?
Oh, just Charlie.
Charlie?
Yeah, my old man. Away to the world he is. I mean, he's out like a light.
Well, sorry to have disturbed you. Best be off.
Would you like a cuppa? Tea? Cup of tea, love? Kettle's just boiled.
No, best let you get back to bed.
Oh, bed, no. I'll be up till the boys are home. I can't sleep. No, not till my boys are safely tucked up.
Thanks, but I best be off. Bugger.
You all right, love?
Sorry, it's my driver. He's left me.
Oh, they'll do that, love.
What's that?
They'll mess with you. It's because you're a woman, see? Don't like it. You doing a man's job. Women ain't supposed to be a boss.
Well, not my fault I'm a better copper than them, is it?
That's the spirit, love. Pity that's not the way the world works, though, is it? Bugger the lot of them. Let's have that tea. You got kids?
Boys. 2 boys.
They with you?
No. Back home with the dad.
Not fancy it then.
What's that?
Moving to London.
Well, eldest is about to join the army. The other works for the council.
What about your old man?
It's complicated.
It always is, love. Nothing's easy in this world. Do you miss them?
Every day.
I'd be lost if I didn't see my boys.
It doesn't bother you, your boys, and what they do?
Do? No, sorry, love. I don't know what you mean.
Not exactly innocents, are they?
My boys? They're good as gold. You'll hear no complaints from anyone round here. They do what they have to do.
Oh, and what's that?
Put bread on the table and look after their family.
No matter what?
It's a dangerous world out there. Look, you're new here, so I'll give you some advice. You see, the people round here, they look after one another and they do what they have to do to get by.
But at what price?
Price? No, price. Sorry, love, you got me there again.
There's a man, George Cornell, has been shot dead at the Blind Beggar. Don't think his family will be so understanding.
George Cornell? Is that who's copped it?
You know him?
Oh, everyone knows George Cornell.
Am I missing something?
You think that my boys had something to do with shooting that nasty piece of work?
We'd like to talk to them about it, yes.
Well, then you better bring in half the East End. That man was filth. I know a lot of people who would like to have pulled the trigger on George Cornell.
Like to give me any names?
What, and be a grass? No, I don't think so, love.
What about your boys? They might know something or somebody.
No, not my boys. No, my boys, you see, they're businessmen. They're not involved in that lark.
Oh, so what larks are Ronnie and Reggie involved in these days?
Oh, well, you'll have to ask them. I mean, I've got no idea about business. I mean, I'm just a woman. But, well, they got a club, see. It's doing well, I'm told. And lots of famous people go there. I've even been there once or twice myself, and it's very swish. Well, my boys have done very well for themselves.
What about your other boy?
Charlie? Well, he takes after his dad. Good as gold is my Charlie.
Perfect little family, is it then, Violet?
Hang on, we'll stop. We'll go back while the emperor disappears. We'll go back to... It's very swish. My boy's done very well for themselves.
And what about your other boy?
Charlie? He takes after his dad. He's good as gold is my Charlie.
Perfect little family, is it then, Violet?
Nothing's perfect, Inspector.
What, no girls? That's it, just boys?
Violet.
Pardon?
I had a little girl called a Violet after her mother. Just a perfect little thing she was. I mean, Charlie was so happy. I only had her a couple of hours.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's not your fault. No, it just wasn't to be. You ever lost a child?
No.
Oh, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I've never known a pain like it. She was so pretty and so perfect. And then just like that, gone. I wouldn't believe him at first. I wouldn't let her go. I thought she was sleeping. I said to Charlie, Charlie, do something. Bless him. He just stood there with his big daft face full of tears. Broke my heart, it did. I said to Charlie after, I said, Charlie, I am never going through that again.
I'm sorry, Violet.
Oh, don't be, because it's not your fault. And besides, a few years later, I got my beautiful boys to look after, so I ain't got time to dwell on it now. Sugar?
Sorry?
In your tea.
Oh, no. Sorry. Thank you.
There. Sweet enough, eh? I can tell.
How many have been the two boys? Kenny and Lawrence. Kenny's the one in the army.
Oh, my boys were in the army for a bit.
Oh, what happened?
Well, didn't work out. So how'd you end up here then?
Passed my exams, saw a vacancy and applied.
Oh, not many women doing as good as you though, is there?
Not yet, but give it time.
What do you have to do?
What do you mean?
Well, pretty girl like you, come on.
It doesn't work like that.
Don't make me laugh. Of course it does. You're a woman. How'd you get to be a police inspector?
I worked hard.
Yeah, I bet you did. But he must have been pretty high up. Who was he? A superintendent? Chief constable?
Told you. It doesn't work like that.
Oh, love. Do you think I was born yesterday? Look, everyone knows that you should be at home, ironing your husband's shirts, making his tea, having his babies. But no, you're here in Bethnal Green on a murder inquiry. Now that takes some doing of. You ain't letting nobody put you in your place.
What, like you mean? Know your place, do you?
Nothing wrong with keeping a family home.
I agree.
So why aren't you doing it instead of trying to find out who shot George Cornell?
It's not for me. I like my job.
More than your family.
My family always comes first.
And so do mine.
I should be off, back to the station.
Don't you want to stay and meet the boys?
I'm sure we'll catch up eventually.
Do you think if you had a girl that you'd be sitting here now?
Probably not.
No. Girls need their mums, and mums need to be around their girls.
My Jerry, that's my husband, said 2 was enough.
So your husband decided?
Said we couldn't afford any more.
My Charlie said we could have as many as I like. Wasn't the same after Violet. Well, that was till the twins come along. That was like a breath of fresh air. It was a miracle. I mean, 2 beautiful boys. Oh, imagine. I'd do anything for them boys. And they'd do anything for me. They're lovely, lovely boys.
A lot of people might disagree with you there.
Well, they're just jealous. I always says to my boys, you be whatever you want to be and don't let anyone say you can't do anything.
Well, they've certainly taken you at your word.
And I'm proud of my boys. They ain't done nothing to be ashamed of.
Violet, your boys are violent criminals.
Says who?
Says the law.
The law. Everyone knows some compers ain't as honest as they like to make out.
We aren't all bent.
I didn't say you were. Just said that some of you play both sides.
That's bent as far as I'm concerned.
Well, there's nothing wrong with helping friends out. But then you'd know all about that, wouldn't you, love?
There's a difference to just turning a blind eye.
Oh, love, is there? Where's the harm? As long as no one's getting hurt.
Just it. They are.
Only wrong uns, love. Only wrong uns. Look, if you think you're going to ride in here on your white horse and clean up the East End, then you're going to be disappointed. We've all got pasts, and nothing's what it seems. It all comes out in the end. The good guys turn out to be not so good, and the bad guys, well, they get what's coming to them, and they won't be missed. You ask George Cornell's missus.
Be right. I don't know who's who anymore.
Or what's what. See, you people see my Reggie and Ronnie different to what I do.
Violet, your sons, they hurt people.
Well, says who? You give a dog a bad name and it sticks. That's what's happened with my boys. Anyone ever say something about you that's not true? What's funny?
Nobody likes me at the station. Why's a woman doing a man's job? I know that's what they all say. Of course, nobody will say anything to my face, so they just take the piss behind my back and play little tricks.
Well, that's men for you. Like I said, they feel threatened.
They send me to do all these shitty jobs or on wild goose chases, like tonight. Drive off and leave me. They think it's funny. I think they hope someone will beat me up or I'll go missing.
That'd be handy. You going missing after dropping you off coming here. Something else that they could blame my Ronnie and Reggie for.
I wouldn't put anything past some of the characters I've come across. They're trying to grind me down. They think that if they pull stunts like this, they'll scare me and I'll put him for a transfer or run off back to Oldham.
That's not going to happen, though, is it, love?
No, I can't. Even if I wanted to. I've burnt too many bridges.
Is it worth it to prove a point?
Do you think I'm here to prove a point? That a woman can do a man's job? Be a woman copper in the East End?
You tell me, love.
Do you know how hard it is to be a woman in the police force?
Well, it's not my cup of tea, love, that's for sure.
Treat you like shit?
Yeah, I can imagine.
You get to sergeant and that's a miracle.
You must be very special then. Or you had a guardian angel. Which was it?
Both. I'm a bloody good copper.
It's not enough, though, is it, love?
It's never enough.
What do you have to do?
You name it.
Oh, love, and you let 'em.
You wouldn't understand. I had no choice.
Bit like my boys then. Still, like I tell them, you've always got a choice, love.
You ever been to Oldham?
It can't be any worse than the East End. I've found in life, you do what you have to do to survive.
And you think that's what I'm doing? Surviving?
I wouldn't know, love. I just know my boys. Your tea's going cold.
Jerry, my husband, had said he wanted no more kids. So I was at home, bored. I saw this advert for the police, said they were looking for a woman. I thought I'd give it a go.
Somebody's got to.
Well, this inspector took a shine to me. Then he starts giving me the come on. Says he can help me to get on. Well, like I said, there was nothing going on at home, so I thought, why not?
And was it worth it?
For a bit, got me to sergeant. Then he said, for a night with him and his mate, the chief constable, I could get an inspector's post. I just had to convince them I was worth it.
Why did you do it?
Because I'm a bloody good copper, that's why. I was wasted helping old grands across the road or directing traffic. My boss knew that, but he wasn't going to promote me unless there was something in it for him.
Oh, love.
So, you see, Violet, I will do anything and anyone to get what I want. That includes taking in your Reggie and Ronnie. Best go.
Well, whenever you're passing.
Thanks for the tea.
You'll like my boys. You got a lot in common.
Me.
I'll see you out.
That was lovely. Really was. Well done.
Yeah, lovely. Well done. It's great writing, and the dialogue just bounces off each other so beautifully. Fabulous writing, great acting. Thank you so much, actors.
Thanks.
Comments in the chat, brilliant. And we're just going to keep storming on because it's a Saturday night and we want to get as many in as possible. So our next piece is The Kiss by George Sapio. It is based on that photo that you can see there. So that was the stimulus that George had, and he created this scene based on that. It's been performed by David Chappell and Julie Ann and Roya Louise.
Yes, fantastic.
Wow. Yeah. Hooray.
Stop. Are you insane?
Oh.
Did you see what he did to me?
Of course I did. He kissed you. So what?
So what?
In case you hadn't noticed, young lady, we're celebrating the end of the war. You are supposed to be celebrating.
Excuse me?
You just assaulted a sailor, a hero.
I assaulted him?
You just need that poor man in the...
Damn right I did. You saw what he did to me.
He was just kissing you.
Just kissing me. He grabbed me and he kissed.
Yes, he kissed you. It was perfect.
Perfect.
Yep, I've been waiting for the shot all day.
What?
I've been following him for almost 6 blocks.
Waiting for him to assault someone.
Lady, I didn't have to wait. The lover boy here has been grabbing every woman he could catch. And what are you talking about, assault? He was kissing.
You've been watching him, following him for 6 blocks while he... How many women has he kissed?
I don't know. Who cares? About a dozen, maybe.
A dozen?
Lady, what's your problem?
You've been following him for 6 blocks while he grabbed and assaulted a dozen women.
Lady, I don't know if you've heard, but the war is over. We are celebrating. Get it? Hey, buddy, you okay?
Oh.
So that the war is over gives him the right to just grab any woman he sees and kiss them?
You bet your sweet lips, baby. This man and the rest of the homecoming soldiers are heroes. And that kiss was the one I was waiting for. You owe him an apology.
An apology?
Hell yeah, at least.
At least.
Lady, where have you been? Without him and his fellow soldiers, we'd all be speaking Japanese by now.
I don't believe this. So you've been following him, watching him kiss young women for 6 blocks?
Actually, I was running ahead of him, which wasn't easy. You think it's easy to run backwards on these streets?
You're a moron.
I'm a photographer. My job is to get the shot, whatever it takes.
Those poor women.
Lady, you're the only one that's complained. The grandmother on 46th Street, you bucketed up and on, was definitely not unhappy. Took it half a block to shake her off, actually.
He kissed a grandmother?
Hell, he's been kissing everything that wasn't a guy. He kissed a couple of 6-year-olds.
Oh my God.
I thought it would make a great shot, but he had to bend over too far. I was hoping he'd grab one and lift her up to kiss her, but he didn't.
Too bad.
Now you get it.
All I got, you creep, is a bad taste in my mouth. All he had for breakfast was some cheap whiskey and cigarettes.
Lady, I'm sorry you can't support your country's troops by rejoicing that the war is over, but that's your problem. Unlike you, I consider myself lucky. I found this soldier, I followed him, and he gave me the shot of shots. There's one of you in here. I know it's going to be a classic. You wait and see. Oh, some broads, geez.
Holy crap, lady. What do you have to do that for?
She didn't like that you kissed her. Come on, let's get you to a bench or something.
There was no reason to do that.
You think that it's okay to grab me like that and force a kiss on me?
Boss? I mean, come on.
Boss, you didn't ask. You just grabbed me.
Holy crap, lady. It wasn't anything. It was just a kiss. Good God.
This jerk tells me that he's been following you all over town, watching you grab women and kiss them.
Yeah, I'm happy.
You do that every time that you're happy?
What?
Do you? Every time you're happy? Run amok like a sex-starved felon on parole?
Come on. I didn't do nothing wrong.
Oh, geez. Cut the poor guy some slack, will you?
You're a pig.
You're prude. Jeez, lady. Need to get a boyfriend or something. It was just a stupid kiss.
I want an apology.
You want to what?
An apology.
He don't owe you nothing, lady. You're overreacting. Why don't you just get lost? Sailor, you don't know it, but I think this photo I took of you and this lady, I think it's gonna be remarkable.
You took a photo?
And what a photo. It was perfect. You holding her over like that and planting that big one on her lips. Perfect. Amazing.
I still want an apology.
Oh, for Christ's sakes. Okay, I apologize. You happy? Hey, can I get a copy of that picture?
No problem. Just give me your address and I'll send you a print. Least I can do for a hero like you.
Thanks.
That was not an apology.
Well, it's all you're gonna get. Now, will you get lost?
You're worse than a pig. To think that you can take, assault, grab.
Look who's talking about assault. Lady, that knee of yours almost crippled me.
That was self-defense.
Oh, good God.
Lady, what the hell do you want from me?
An apology.
I gave you one.
That was not an apology. That was you trying to dismiss me. You have no idea what you're doing, do you? Running around like a madman?
Lady, I'm just happy to be alive, okay? I was due to ship out again in 3 days back to the Pacific. Now I don't have to. Get it? I made it. I survived. I can rattle off the names of 20 guys I shipped out with who didn't make it. I'm happy. I get to live. I got through it. So I grabbed a few kisses. So what? I never thought I'd get those kisses. I would lay awake night after night, hoping and praying I'd get back safe and in one piece. I'm alive. I made it. So if I steal a few kisses, big deal. I deserve them.
For what it's worth, Sailor, I'm on your side. Lady's nuts.
And you were nothing but a scavenger and a thug.
Oh, geez.
Watching him subject random women to his undersexed, clumsy, helpless groping. And you think that's what? Art? God, you're sad.
You don't know what you're talking about. I've been doing this for years.
That just makes it worse. You don't even have the slightest idea about what meaning is, do you? You think a mugging is art.
You got a better idea?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This I've got to hear.
Will you take another photograph?
Maybe. What you got in mind?
Will you consent to another kiss?
Geez, lady, you kind of scare me. You really hurt me with that knee.
Women must know how to defend themselves. So do you want another kiss?
Hey, guys, she's a looker.
And that's it? Just a kiss?
That's it. You try anything else and you'll know.
I get it. Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure, why not?
Now, you know why kissing me makes a better shot? Because I'm the one initiating it. I'm the one stealing the kiss. Know what that means? It means the women of this country are grateful to the soldiers, that we are happy that they came home safe, that we have been waiting and hoping and praying every day that our husbands and brothers and fathers and some will step off those boats and grab us and hold us and never let us go again. It's better than another example of some overstimulated grunt taking something from someone else. That's why it's a better shot. Because we're glad you made it home safe. Want to know why I'm not down at the docks when they unload? Because my fiance is not coming back. He's not going to come down that gangplank and into my arms. Get it? I don't feel the urge to celebrate. If you have any brains or guts, you'll use the photograph I just gave you because it tells a much better story than the one you scavenged. Now, I'm going home. Please excuse me.
Lady, listen. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Accepted.
I didn't know.
Well, how are you supposed to? Oh, don't worry about it, kid. You made it home, and that's what counts. You did your job. You fought off the enemy. A grateful country thanks you.
You're gonna use the one of her kissing me?
Are you kidding? Hell no. I only took it so you could get another kiss from her. She wasn't bad looking. Son, you deserve everything you get.
She was right. It makes a better shot.
Nah, woman manhandling a guy like that. No paper in town would print that. No, I know a winner when I see one. Take care, kid.
That's a big yawn, Roya. You've been working today.
Yeah.
Working, rush home, do this.
Rush
Fantastic.
home, do my hair, dress as a nurse.
Oh, but you're not a nurse. You see, that would have been perfect. You wouldn't have had to get changed or anything. And David's obviously just wearing his regular sailor suit. Your Saturday sailor suit. Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. We are going to move on now swiftly to Once More Unto the Beach by Ken Pruce. It's performed by Gillian Ray, Kate Hargrave, and Claire Almond. I can't speak tonight. Take it away.
Mom, what are you doing out here?
Sipping tea, looking at the stars, listening to the waves.
I thought you were in bed.
I've been in bed enough. That's why I asked you girls to bring me to the beach. One last time.
Oh, don't say it like that.
I'm fine, dear. I'm at peace with it. What are you doing with your dinner?
Oh, I was going to eat it here on the deck.
Do you see any of the cats yet? Mom.
Girls?
You didn't tell her, did you?
Tell me what?
Nothing?
Come on, out with it. I don't have time for secrets anymore.
Whenever we're here, Lexi and I leave food out for the strays that live under the pier.
My tuna surprise? But you girls love it.
Not so much.
Surprise.
Oh, and the truth comes out?
It's not that we hate it. We just...
Relax, it's fine. Come on, sit with me. And pass the wine.
I was just bringing it to Misty. I wasn't going to...
Busted.
God. I miss this stuff.
You can drink that.
Because of the pills, right?
Doctor says it'll make me feel worse to mix them. So, you drink now?
Oh, she's almost 21.
But I don't, not really. I mean, I have a little since she got sick.
I told her it'd be okay.
So you're contributing to the delinquency of a minor?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, really?
You won't remember this, but freshman year of high school, I had a bad report cards and you wouldn't let me go to a big party.
I was in my strict phase.
And I was in my rebellious one. You worked late that night, so I snuck out.
What does that have to do with your sister?
Oh, I drove her there and back. I even went by the diner and let air out of one of your tires to make sure we got home first.
I broke a finger using the tire iron in the rain that night.
We didn't count on that.
You counted on each other, though. That's what matters. Shows me how much you care for each other. It means a lot that you're being honest.
In that case, remember that heart necklace that disappeared?
Oh, Granddad bought it for Grandma when they were on the honeymoon.
You told us. Anyway, I was kind of obsessed with the movie Titanic back then.
Oh, we all were. It was our girls' night out to do.
I borrowed the necklace when we went on that little cruise to the Bahamas.
Did you wear it to boat prom? I bet that looked lovely.
Actually, I blew off boat prom and wore it while a guy I met on deck painted me naked.
Wow, I bet that looked lovely too.
You can see for yourself if you want. It's all over the internet.
So what happened to the necklace?
Well, I caught her with it and wanted to be like Rose too.
You didn't pose naked?
Mom, I was 13. I dropped it overboard like the old lady in the movie and watched it sink.
Well, I'm letting go of things from the past. You just got an early start. You know, this feels good. This unburdening of secrets. What else have you got?
Come on, Mom. You know how much we love you. It's not like we spent our whole lives hiding things we didn't want you
I've got
to know.
something. I've got something. In middle school, I used to sneak sips from your bottles of margarita mix because I thought it was actual alcohol.
Where were you after school when you should have been watching your sister?
If we're being honest, I was probably in my bedroom taking selfies in various stages of undress.
You always were artistic. Anything else?
Junior year, I said I stayed after school for tutoring. I really had a month-long detention for getting caught with Adderall. It was just for exams, though.
You were taking pills to help you study?
I was selling pills for cash to buy test answers, but only because I cared about my grades.
We all do foolish things in high school.
I got arrested spring break senior year. I showed a little too much during the teeny bikini contest.
Why didn't the police contact me?
Because I showed a little bit more during the ride to the station.
You both take pride in doing your best. I will never be upset if you're willing to...
My friend Masha, who I'm always texting, is really my weed dealer.
I have body piercings in places I never let either of you see.
I sell Kinder eggs on the dark web.
I lied about the dancing I did in college.
Jazz and tap?
It was more like a pole and lap.
I think he's saying she was a stripper.
Technically, I was naked the whole time, so there was no actual stripping involved. I made good money every night.
Just don't ask her where she tucked it.
You're beautiful and talented and confident.
All my secrets involve me getting naked, though.
All mine involve illegal substances.
Well, I encouraged you to follow your passions.
What about you, Mom?
I don't have any passions anymore.
No, I mean secrets. Anything you want to let go?
I don't think so.
Oh, come on. It'll be good for you. And fun. We'll share more too. Misty might surprise us with a story where she's at least partially dressed.
I'll do that right now. I'm a compulsive shoplifter.
What have you stolen?
Well, we know it's not clothes.
Makeup, sunglasses, cell phones, couple of cars, a kidney.
I have a gambling addiction. Poker, fantasy sports, an underground fight club for runaway teens.
Fine, I'll go. I never read any of the novels in my book group. I Googled summaries online and only went for the wine and the gossip.
Well, that wasn't so hard, was it?
Actually, some of those summaries were written by idiots.
She means confessing. Keep going. Can't hurt anything to do it now.
Baxter Bunny didn't run away when you were 5. I put him in the backyard because he was stinking up the house and he was snatched by a hawk.
Well, that one stings a little.
You encouraged her to be honest.
I slept with your high school boyfriend.
Kevin?
I thought his name was Eric.
Eric was the algebra tutor that Lexi used to date.
Right. I slept with both of them.
I can't believe you did that.
Me neither. I should never have let them talk me into that threesome. We certainly shouldn't have filmed it. I actually lost money on the DVD sales.
Okay, Mom, I think that's enough. We should think
No,
about.
you girls were right. This is good for me. This is good for us. Let's keep going. Let's get it out. Grant your dying mother one final request here. Who's next?
I got a nose job with a credit card I took out in the name of a roommate.
I hired a prostitute to seduce my ethics professor, then blackmailed him for a better grade.
I ran over a stalker, dug a grave in the desert, then bludgeoned him with the shovel when he woke up mid-burial.
I'm in a cult that worships Satan.
I have a tattoo that praises Nickelback.
In the last presidential election, I voted...
Mom.
We have made some questionable choices.
Unquestionably.
It's all my doing. The decisions, the deceptions. You've obviously learned it from me.
Well, you can't take all the blame.
Blame? I'm taking the credit. You learn to do what you love, to get what you need, to make choices and move on. I couldn't be prouder. I could be drunker, though. Oh. I'm headed down to the shore.
Mom.
You'll be fine without me.
What's she doing?
Not sure, but her back is turned. Give me the wine.
She's going in the water. What is she thinking? I mean, it's freezing.
It's symbolic. She's using the sea to wash away her sins. It's a rebirth in a sense. Meeting the waves head on and rising from the foam like Venus on the half shell. And
I'm pretty sure she's drowning herself.
Yeah, that's a better guess. Do we rescue her?
Probably not what she would want. And probably a little too late.
Who do we call? The police? The Coast Guard? The surfers we met at Liquor City?
A late night party to honor Mom's memory.
If we notice she's gone in the morning, the guys will be perfect for recovering her body.
And Mom would want us to do what we love.
To get what we need.
To make choices and move on.
I'll text Masha for weed and forage the house for pills. To Mom.
To Mom. Hey, it's Misty. Grab some booze and your surfboards. We're having a bash at the beach house. Oh, seriously. Yeah, my mom wants us to.
Wonderful piece yet again. That was lovely. It was really well played. The chemistry between you three. I know you've not even, have you read through many times? I don't think you have you?
What a dangerous trio.
They just as three actors, they just work so well.
I am not going near a woman for the next 24 hours. Excuse me, I'm going to hide right now in the closet. I'll see you guys later.
We've scared off Mike. Oh no, come back.
I'm having an Edward Munch moment right now.
I mean, it's just lovely when people just gel, just work so well together. And I think you three just magical. Right, we are going to move on to our final piece for the evening, which is Empires by Jeff Dunn. And it's the same cast as yesterday. So it's Karen Campbell and Andrea Kovacs, but they have swapped roles. So this will be interesting.
You should kill me. If not, I'll destroy you.
Really? Will you?
I can't think of a better way to die.
You're right there. You will die. We'll all die. But first, you will serve me.
If you think I would ever help you in the slightest way.
Save it. If you want to help me, you will help me. Poor information leads to poor decisions. And I control everything, you know. But I don't need another prawn. I don't want another prawn. I want a general.
It'll be a cold day in hell before I join you.
Oh, again with the religion. Hell, heaven, God, devil. If all it takes is a cold day in hell, that's fine by me. Winter's not that far away, and I'm a patient woman.
You think forging a hell in this world justifies your acts? Let me be the one to break it to you. It doesn't work that way.
You're right. It doesn't work that way. You think me the devil? You see me as an agent of evil? Open your eyes, assassin. I'm a woman much like you. You want to see the wellspring of evil? Well, look inside or on the streets at your fellow woman or in a church. This world begets evil. Your God created it. Who created us in his likeness? There's your source of evil. You don't believe me? No. You think the Emperor, she's the one to blame. She hurts people. She sucks away the goodness in life. You sit there in your cell and lament how you've been wronged, how everyone's been wronged. You feel superior and enlightened. But what you fail to recognize is that I have given you that.
You are a sick, delusional viper.
Oh, and you are a meek, deluded lamb, holding on to a comfortable fantasy because it makes you happy, not caring in the slightest. It's just a dream. I rule, and in doing so, I'd eliminate the greys. Do you know how many people die each month now compared to a decade ago? I have replaced squabbling with purpose. People need constraints, and I provide them.
You provide fear.
Yes, at last we agree. But what is fear, if not a man's cage? Limits, boundaries. People need boundaries. Without them, they'll destroy themselves.
People need hope.
Hope. People have hope. Hope is like a weed. It always returns. You couldn't take it away if you tried. That's what's so nice about it. It grows everywhere. From the fairest Eden to the darkest, most poisonous soil. Look at you! Captive, tortured, rotting away in a dungeon. You could have stopped eating. You could be dead by now, but you endure. Why? Hope. One guard looking the wrong way at the right time. A sliver of metal from the torture chamber that you can conceal just long enough to hurl in my eye. Hope. It flourishes in you. The barest hint that all the pain will be worth it if you can just...
And you seek to destroy it at every turn.
Do I? Is your hope gone?
Every moment in your torture chamber fuels my hope.
Indeed. I know it does.
Do you deny what your soldiers do? Could you be so blind as to think that they inspire hope?
Now, why in the world would I want to let weeds overgrow even? One weed in the darkness is quite a different situation than an entire empire overrun with them. Think of my troops as gardeners. The lands must be tended.
Do you really believe in this rhetoric? You can't be that stupid.
Neither can you. That's why I intend to show you the truth.
Your truth.
The truth. Plain and simple. Comfort begets misery, Geraldine. Hate me for it if you must, but I didn't make it that way. You can blame your Almighty God for that. The world is as it is. I am no more a villain than the wolf that kills the deer. Nature's cruel, assassin. You should know that by now.
The wolf does not kill needlessly.
Neither do I.
You don't seem worried. You should be.
Uprisings, revolts, they're like the swell of the tide. The day they stop, that's when I'll worry.
Most people would say you've got it backwards.
That's why I rule and they serve.
Why do you tell me these things?
Because you have the capacity to understand. Someday you will be my general. And I'd rather you be effective.
You're wrong. But that's not what I meant. Why do you tell me what's happening in the world?
Why wouldn't I? I have the opportunity to gain and nothing to lose.
Suppose I were devising a plan of escape. This might help me identify a moment of opportunity.
Well, I expect you to be constantly devising and revising a plan of escape. You'd be quite the disappointment otherwise. But as for it providing you the key to your freedom, that is not likely. You and the rest of the world are separable problems now. That's why I so enjoy our time together.
I'm separable.
A ruler craves separable problems. Society is an intricate machine, a grand playing board that is carefully balanced on the head of a pin. And every lever pulls on the gears in some unique way. Raise a tax here, merchants shift over there, farmers squabble to fill the gaps, and suddenly your governors start fixing things on their own. Overseeing an empire is like juggling 1,000 balls, each with one tied to 20 others. It's almost enough to drive a woman mad. And then fate brings me you. An unexpected gift delivered right to my doorstep. A diamond in a lockbox. Challenge, reward. A self-contained puzzle independent from everything else.
Maybe it's more than enough to drive a woman mad.
Indeed, but not this woman.
You'd be the last one to know.
I'd certainly be the last one to care, but you're wrong. I'd be the first to know. Rest assured, my friend, there's no one I scrutinize more carefully than myself.
hardly seems possible to watch yourself more closely than you watch me. Unless you found some clever way to stare up your own ass.
I have servants to do that for me.
So, what are you going to do?
Checkmate you, of course.
I wasn't talking about this.
Neither was I.
The revolt. What will you do about the revolt?
What would you do?
It's not my problem.
Oh, you think I'm here for civic advice? Please.
If there is even a shred of a possibility that some thought I might help you, I'd sooner die than share it.
Ah, you're a coward.
And you're a fool.
Oh, I won't even try to solve the problem out of fear that it might lead you to agree with me on something.
And you think that someday I'll actually agree with you on something?
It's not me you would be agreeing with. They're not my rules. I didn't create them. I simply understand human nature and the rest falls into place.
Understand human nature? You're barely human at all. Humans feel. You feel nothing. People care and love and cry. Is there anything you care about? Do you ever lose control over anything?
It bothers you that I value reason over emotion? Interesting. And was it emotion that brought you here? Did you wake up one morning enthralled with a burning fury and storm off to assassinate the evil emperor? Or did you plan it out? Step by step. What skills, what resources, what path is most likely to succeed? Check.
So what are you going to do?
I'll let the revolt run its course for another 2 weeks. Early on, my soldiers will incarcerate, punish, and eventually kill some innocent people. That will enrage the populace.
What?
There's no point to brush fire if it doesn't clear out some undergrowth.
But
you had your chance to speak and you declined. Once the people are passionate and focused, we'll begin to raid more precisely. True dissidents, the ones who are now emboldened to stand and fight, they will be killed. About 2 months from now, the leaders of the revolt will come forth. They'll talk of how they've been misled.
How could you possibly know this?
It's your move.
You started it.
The leaders will claim that they were not really in charge, merely the rooks and knights of the true masterminds.
And who? The ones incarcerated at the beginning. The innocent people.
And so the uprising fades like an ebbing tide that has been deposited its dissident floatism on the shore before retreating to the sea.
The people.
The people return to their homes. They sit around their evening fires and nurse their guilt for wrongfully hating the empire in those early weeks. Look what we've done, they'll say. If we had but known, perhaps the other lives would not have been lost. It's a win all round in the hen house. Guilt makes the chickens docile once more, and they return to laying eggs. They return to laying eggs for the empire. The foxes stirred into action have been identified and eliminated, and the so-called leaders are never seen again. A fine reminder to everyone of what can happen when you stand against the empire.
It's
Thank you.
A lie. It's all a lie.
Of course, it's a lie. What's your point?
The point is that you kill innocent people to further your own ends. You manipulate them. You leave them wallowing in guilt just so.
There. See? See what emotions will do to your thinking if you let them run amok. Will innocent people die? Yeah. But who is feeling guilty? The people who rose up against the empire? Let's look at William Wheelwright and Charles Candlemaker. If they joined into a rebellion, should they not feel guilty? And if they didn't, are they not rightly rewarded with the moral high ground over their neighbours?
Innocent people die.
And again, I ask, what's your point?
It's not right.
It's not right. Oh, do tell, assassin. What is right? I simply can't help but wonder at your basis for comparison. Oh, it's still your move.
It's called compassion. Perhaps you've heard of it. Check.
Oh, compassion, Geraldine. It's an emotion, not a doctrine of conduct. Does the lion feel compassionate for the Giselle? Perhaps, but he still eats it.
It's not the same.
It's exactly the same.
A lion kills to survive.
A lion doesn't waste what it kills. You need to expand your thinking. You imply that I kill needlessly, but that's not true. Is this really all about meat to you? Would it all be fine to you if, rather than letting the families bury their loved ones, I feed the carcass to my hunting dogs?
What gives you the right to decide who lives and who dies?
I am the emperor.
That's no answer. Yes, you're the empress. But I say that means you have no obligation to protect people. You have to protect them.
I do protect people. With a few surgical deaths, I prevent hundreds or thousands more. Some people would say that a purposeful death is the ultimate gift. Is that not your very situation? Did you not come here to trade your life for mine?
Yes, but I made that choice. Do you ask those victims if they are willing to die for your greater cause? Do you give them a choice?
That's so noble. But the world doesn't work like that. Does the lioness ask the Giselle if it's willing to die to feed her cubs? Nature doesn't recognize sympathy.
Every time it comes to morality, you duck your head under the covers and cry, "It's not my fault, it's not my fault."
I rule, but it's the world that makes the rules. You seek fairness?
Yes.
Then steel yourself a disappointment. Fairness? Nothing more than a fairy tale for people who cannot comprehend balance.
You know, I think I finally understand.
Do you?
You are no empress. You are a steward.
You can't change the nature of the world.
How would you know? You don't even try.
You're a fool.
And you're a coward. It's your move. Do you concede?
Oh, you've already lost. It's mate in 3. See if you can figure it out.
I've been watching and messaging Jeff. I won't even tell you what I've written. I went, you really regret missing this.
It's different to last night.
I said, you never will have imagined empires being performed like this.
You think
Do you know why we did it?
Sorry?
Ever again.
I don't know. I said, I'm not sure. I think you're too middle of the road. He went, no. That's the beauty of theatre. So he said that now.
Do you know why we did it like this?
Emperor Penguins.
Enter Penguins, and then Penguin, Batman, Batwoman.
Heroes.
I thought you were maybe some other kind of bird.
Oh, did I not love a different kind of bird?
Well, you were a penguin.
Oh, that's all right.
And then the Karen, the assassin, was some other bird that you had kept captive.
Batwoman.
Batwoman. Oh my goodness, that was just so exciting. It was like, I don't know what to say. I think I really like this. And I love that whole process. I bet you everybody went through that.
She was channeling Michael Keaton.
I certainly was.
Batman.
The true Batman. With the true Joker.
My throat hurts now.
Sure, really good. Love the voice. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm very scared now. Two very scary plays back to back. I don't know what I should do.
Did we change the title, Mike, from Strong Women to Scary Women?
I don't know. We went in that direction. It started out with one woman punching another guy for kissing her, and then three crazy women doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and then
a young crazy
chess match of two people. It started out so quiet too, this whole thing. But this,
no, writers, you know what to do. Keep writing some fantastic female roles for us, because we've got the talent. We got it here. We need more stuff. So get scribbling. We'll let you have.
I sent you a play. I actually sent you 2 versions.
I know you have, and it's in the folder. And as soon as there's Dobby.
No, I'm not trying to push you on where. I'm just saying I am producing for you, my dear.
You are. Keep producing. Oh, I love Mike so much.
Can we be introduced to the rats that have upstaged us all tonight?
Oh gosh, I thought there was only one or two.
I never saw them.
Oh my God, that rat.
Tell us
the white one.
There are 2 of them.
I love
hers.
This one is the crazy one that I didn't have out.
Oh my God.
Is that Dobby?
Oh my God.
This one's Bodger. This one's Bodger. And then this one's Dobby, because look at her face. Hang on, let's see if she's going to do her Dobby face.
Hey there, I'm a rat, and she's not afraid of me either.
Everyone's going to want Terry in there.
If I'm not good, she keeps threatening to get a cat.
Oh, we've got a cat as well. Simba, come here.
You have cats in the house with the rats?
Yeah.
The cats and rats are coexisting?
They have a kind of a standoff going on.
I'll have to tell you the story about our cat and
rat.
Dive into your top.
My cat is just sat there.
It's just disappeared
Look on
into
his
your
face
top.
like, why are the rats on your lap and not me?
I'm going to hide in her breasts. That's how the cat won't get me.
Doesn't even react.
Like,
I might.
yeah, I'm watching the play and I'm saying, there's a rat on her shoulder. and she doesn't care.
I don't. They're gorgeous.
But it would have been really good if Cinderella had said, well, there's there was the puppet turned into, and the little rat turned into the footman, and now he's
dead. I thought the rats were the horses.
Yeah, could be. Depends on
frogs were footmen, weren't they?
Well, my daughter was trying to make a little top, so he was wearing a little outfit, but she wasn't having any of it.
Oh, it's been
Oh,
a
so
really,
cute.
really wonderful night. I've
How
loved
did you
it.
guys manage to do the video in the background? That intrigued me. The little video from the 40s. How do you get the video to run?
It's just a download, like any
Is it?
background.
I mean, Zoom sent you like a you know, like a video that oh wow.
You can add video or add image. So instead of adding a still image, you can add it just a short image.
Okay.
or-
I didn't realize that. That's cool.
You'll have to have a little play around, won't you? And I know that I can move you around by clicking on you and dragging your squares.
Yeah.
We all do that, or is it only the host that can do that?
I think everyone can do that. You have a go.
Oh yeah.
What do we do?
Stay there.
Click on a person and move
Yes,
them.
yes, it works.
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only just
It only
discovered
works for
that
you.
almost
It's-
2 years
It's only in
after.
your view are they changing places. So
Yeah.
And Karen, how many costumes have you got?
I
can't
don't
believe
know.
it.
Do you know what? I find little bits and pieces everywhere because I go to charity shops every week.
And everything you go, that'll be handy.
That'll be handy. Oh,
You got to
yes.
store it somewhere.
Yes, I hide most things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your
But
little
whenever
dominatrix.
When Tony's on his Zoom upstairs, all the tuck behind him and to the side, that's my props and costumes and stuff like that. And people keep coming in and saying, oh, isn't it wonderful? All the stuff you do, all the things you do, all the crafts, all the plays, isn't it wonderful? God, what a lot of tuck you got in your house. You can't have it both ways.
I know, because I was planning to visit you and I said, well, surely I can stay at your house, you know, just trying to save a bit of money.
You
No,
know-
Georgette's costumes and props take up the spare room. All right, I'll sleep amongst them. I know, right?
Well, yeah.
for my
Harry's
life,
situation, she's got a freaking play right there, right in her lap with a cat and 2 mice.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
that's what I said.
Mike's going to write a script for you, Terry.
I'm thinking, like, wow.
Just
Oh,
there's
hi,
cats,
lovely cats.
there's cats, there's rats and bats.
I know. You need, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cats, rats, and bats. I like it. That's good.
All female characters.
They could be.
Yeah.
Get your thinking
Female
caps on.
felines.
Yeah. Coral's got it in her head now. From strong women to strong pets. That's your next series of plays.
Absolutely. And then strong cutlery for Tony.
Strong cutlery. Fork and knife.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tony.
3 dogs in. I got a 3, and one's a female. So there you go.
Yay.
I was thinking maybe I can just upgrade the assault to with a bat.
Oh.
We need someone to have a snake or something and bring up. David, you look
I've
like
got a snake.
the type of person who have a snake. You've got a snake.
My daughter's got a corn snake.
Next time then, Sarah. Next time.
What's
It's
a
gonna be
corn
your
snake?
to work.
She could be Deuce.
Sorry, could be what?
Puppets.
Oh.
It was my first character on in the caravan, Deucer. Short for Medusa. I had all the snakes in my hat.
Oh, I see.
Rasta hat, wasn't it?
All right, we've
Well done,
started
here we go.
something now.
Hi there. How are you out there?
This is all, and now the dogs are going mad. This is all Terry's fault.
Who said about corn snakes? They sound tasty.
Not my fault.
They're not made of corn, dear.
Right. Well, I will let you all get off. This is no, Karen, you looked bold then. I thought, oh, no,
Yeah,
she's
you can't
changed.
because of the light.
You've gone and shaved it all off. True commitment.
Yeah, total commitment.
I will let you enjoy the rest of your Saturday nights. Thank you so much for bringing so much entertainment and talent, and it was absolutely fantastic. Don't
Everybody's
tell the others,
brilliant.
but you'll
Well
be
done.
Friday.
See you later.
Thanks to all the writers. Thank you to all the writers.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
You got another pet there.
See you soon for
See you soon.
50
Bye.
our next read. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Or catch up on the chat before you go. If there's anything else for that last piece. No, it's all about the rat. Super. Oh, by Roy's hedgehog. Is that a hedgehog?